I understand where you're coming from, but I need you to understand where I'm coming from.
Roman Reigns has returned, not with fanfare, but with fury. In one of the most shocking moments in recent WWE history, the Tribal Chief made his presence felt on Raw by launching a brutal, unprovoked attack on his former Shield brother, Seth Rollins. Just as Rollins was savoring his hard-earned Money in the Bank victory, Roman struck like a viper, smashing the briefcase across Seth's skull in a chilling ambush. No words, no warning, just vengeance. This wasn't just a comeback, it was a declaration. Roman Reigns is back, and he's targeting the man he once called brother. The waiting game, anticipation and speculation for Roman's return. For months, the WWE Universe had been buzzing with questions. When would Roman Reigns finally return? What form would his comeback take? After dominating as the longest-reigning Universal Champion of the modern era, many speculated his comeback would be to settle unfinished business with Cody Rhodes, or perhaps to confront rising threats like Gunther. Some thought he might bide his time until WrestleMania, easing back into the spotlight. But what no one expected, and few even dared to imagine, was Roman walking into Raw, WWE's flagship show, and smashing Seth Rollins over the head with the Money in the Bank briefcase. The shock was seismic. Seth Rollins, the visionary's moment, interrupted. Seth Rollins, often hailed as the visionary and revolutionary, had clawed his way back to the top after months of injury, setbacks, and being sidelined in the championship picture. He finally seized a golden opportunity, the Money in the Bank briefcase, the ultimate symbol of hope and guaranteed championship opportunity. It was the perfect moment. Seth had been teasing a cash-in, with whispers swirling backstage about plans to strike during a marquee match, featuring legends like John Cena or dominant champions such as Gunther. The world was ready to witness Seth's triumphant rise once again. But as the arena filled with roaring fans and Seth stood proudly in the ring, basking in the cheers, the atmosphere suddenly shifted. The lights dimmed ominously, casting long shadows over the crowd. Cameras captured stunned expressions, shock, confusion, anticipation. Then, with a chilling intensity burning in his eyes and vengeance dripping from every step, Roman Reigns appeared. The moment of brutality, brotherhood shattered in an instant. Roman's arrival was silent, void of any microphone or speech. The music faded as he slid into the ring like a predator stalking its prey. Without hesitation, Roman seized the Money in the Bank briefcase, Seth's hard-earned prize, and slammed it across Rollins' skull with bone-crushing force. The impact echoed throughout the arena, a sickening crack that silenced the commentators and sent waves of gas through the crowd. Seth collapsed, clutching his head, stunned and broken in an instant. Roman loomed over him, a lion surveying fallen prey, his cold eyes piercing the stunned silence. No words were spoken, no boasts, no threats, just the unmistakable message. Roman Reigns was back, and he wasn't here to play games. Then, without hesitation, Roman turned and exited, leaving behind a haunting scene of devastation and a message that needed no words. This was a declaration of war. The brewing storm, what does this mean for WWE's future? Immediately, speculation erupted. Why Seth? Why now? What does Roman's brazen act mean for the future of WWE? And more importantly, for the biggest stage of the summer, SummerSlam. Behind the scenes, whispers have already emerged that Roman Reigns is entering the King of the Ring tournament. The stakes are enormous. This year's winner is guaranteed a championship match at SummerSlam. Insiders suggest Roman is the favorite to take the crown, setting up a potential collision course of epic proportions. Meanwhile, Seth Rollins is expected to cash in his Money in the Bank briefcase very soon, possibly at the Night of Champions pay-per-view. Speculation suggests this cash-in might occur during a heated title match between John Cena and Gunther, or following a grueling bout between top-tier WWE stars. The belief is that Seth will walk out the new world champion, only to face Roman Reigns head-on at SummerSlam. SummerSlam. The final chapter begins. The pieces are in place for one of the most personal, emotionally charged, and historic main events WWE has ever seen. With Roman potentially crowned King of the Ring and Seth poised to be the new world champion, SummerSlam promises a collision of epic proportions. Imagine the atmosphere. Two former brothers, now bitter rivals, standing face to face under the bright lights, the weight of years of friendship and betrayal hanging heavy in the air. The promos, the stare-downs, the emotion. This will be a battle not just for gold, but for legacy. Roman Reigns will enter the ring not just as the tribal chief, but as a warrior on a mission, a man intent on reclaiming everything he believes is his rightful legacy. And Seth Rollins? He's fighting to carve out his own era, to prove he's more than just a footnote in Roman's reign. Divided loyalties and a rivalry for the age's fans are already split. Some stand behind Seth, believing this is his moment to finally escape Roman's shadow and lead WWE into a new era. Others rally behind Roman, the dominant force who has been the face of WWE for years and whose presence commands respect and fear. No matter which side you choose, one thing is certain. This feud transcends a typical championship rivalry. It's a decade-long story of brotherhood, betrayal, ambition, and survival, culminating in a match that will rewrite WWE history. A warning and a declaration of war. Roman's return wasn't just an attack. It was a warning, a chilling declaration that the WWE landscape is about to shift dramatically. Seth Rollins became the embodiment of everything Roman intends to crush, a symbol of the past, the present, and the future of WWE. This SummerSlam will be personal, it will be violent, it will be unforgettable. When Roman Reigns steps into that ring, it won't be as the tribal chief who once ruled with an iron fist. It will be as a relentless force hell-bent on reclaiming what's his, regardless of who stands in his way. The countdown to SummerSlam has officially begun, and when these two collide, the world won't just be watching for a championship victory. They'll be witnessing the final, epic battle of brothers.